There you go. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another show. This afternoon, I'm going to talk about Gayle. And if you do like my videos, could you please take a like on it and subscribe if you are new. And I've got someone coming in the chat as well. He asked to come on, and I'm quite happy to let him in. And good afternoon to my guy. Hey, how are you doing, my guy? You good?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm married, sort of thing. I'm up in Pegsworth, Northumberland at the minute, and got a son up here, and he's good at scored, and with Kelly, hopefully be me last soon, hopefully like working on it. But if it happens, great. If it don't, it don't. But I love Al a bits. I love Harrison, my son a bits, and Blakey. Not her other daughter, so she's absolutely fine. So yeah, so absolutely fine. How's Kev?
Well, it sounds like you're popping kids out left, right, and centre. How many have you got?
No, just the one. Yes, just got the one, and I haven't seen him for 12 years, Harrison, and we just get on great. I mean, the family are magic, Kev. They really, really are, and he loves us. I love him, and he's a gorgeous boy, and Kelly is gorgeous, and Blake, her other daughter, not mine's, but he cheated on that sort of thing. She's not great, so yeah. What can I say?
Oh
And
well, it sounds like a Jeremy Kyle story that. But I just want to say, obviously you've now seen your son 12 years, so well done. Try and get back in touch with him. You're making things work with your ex as well, which is absolutely brilliant. I wish you all the luck. I know you put something out on Twitter, but I'd rather tell you personally, like congratulations, rather than putting it on social media. I think it's got a better effect. I think it means more as well. But enough of the relationships and family storylines. That's not what we're here for. Shall we go into what we're really here for?
That's my show. Ali joking. Yeah, I mean, yes, rock and roll, that sort of thing. If guys, if you love my channels, could you please smash the likes up, and could you just please subscribe if you're new? Also subscribe to Big Tune Chat Kev as well. Follow him on his Twitter account. He's got a channel as well. So if I just go into the messages very, very quickly, it's based from James. Hey, John, hope you're well, mate. Go say hello to Kev. I think I'm in the small group minority, which actually like this deal as Gayle is putting the beast of a player in the championship, which will be fatal first. I'll come to him later as on. I don't see Joe Linton doing much in the championship. He'll get battered at Port, and we are all about to get one goal next season. Okay, fair enough. Andy Carroll in talks on 1 year extension now. That's one he doesn't like. With Ravsan Van Ramen League long striker with next to now and play him rather than use the money on extending Carroll's deal. They're here to one of our strikers. Claire, good afternoon, John. I hope you care. Hello, Snowy, and your family as well. And Posey, Jordan John, yes, shite. Mike wants to keep him because he would get us out of the championship. Well, 50-50 split, each of their own. And this is what I'll talk about Gayle. And according to Athletic and other media outlets, he signed a 3-year deal. And me personally, I want to clear out in the summer. And this is the manager that bigs him up, doesn't play him, right? Yet he signs a 3-year deal. And I just don't get it. Kev, what do you make of it, mate?
I'm with you. I totally agree with you. Clear out in the summer, and I thought he would have been one of the first out the door, given that the fact that he's 31. Mm-hmm. But he's good enough for a 3-year deal, which I think is absolutely outrageous by the club. 31 year of age, you've got to think we had Solomon Rondon, who was 30, who was too old for a contract. That's why he left. But now we're giving the likes of Dwight Gayle a contract in the championship. And I mean, that tells me they are preparing for life in the championship. I don't know what other people think that you've just read out the comments there about apparently Andy Carroll close to agreeing a 1-year deal. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that we're preparing for life in the championship, that's just, I mean, it's just crazy. We've got to get rid of the likes of Carroll, Gayle, all them sort of Joe Linton. I would get rid of him as well because one of your people was right there. He is going to get battered from pillar to post in the championship because it's a dog. So it's like a dog league, basically. I mean, everybody's after each other and anybody can win that league.
Kev, I totally agree. I mean, Joe Linton got battered, pillar out of post, and the guy is 6'2", right? And you would have thought he would have bullied his lot out, right? And for me, and John Gibson called it right. He has got a touch of relevant, and also he is just like, he's just flaky. The guy's flaky for a big guy. He really is. But but he can play in the championship, Julian. Definitely not. You're absolutely right. But Gordon and Carroll talked about him later on, sort of thing. But for me, we're preparing for the championship, Kev. No doubt about it. Right? Let's be real about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you stay up or not, I want the whole thing vacuumed out. The players as well. Get new, fresh young players in. Okay, if you're going to get them in, I'll give them time. But for me, I think it's a complete utter joke. I mean, Steve Bruce has lost the players suite, yet this guy's having a new 3-year deal. As far as I'm concerned, if it's true, he's backing Steve Bruce. Yeah. But if we get relegated, right, he's got to go. But we're in a mess, mate.
We are. You're right. The other thing I think as well, Dwight Gayle, the way I think that he's definitely a championship striker, and I've said it all along, I'm not going to change my mind on this, because he's too soft for the Premier League. He gets pushed around all the time, and then Steve Bruce doesn't even like him. He doesn't play him. Why? Who's given this 3-year deal? Because it's obviously not Steve Bruce that's given it. So it's come from higher up above. And when Dwight Gayle did play, the last time he played, I think, was against Chelsea in the first half. And Chelsea are a possession team. I mean, what's the point in putting Dwight Gayle on against a possession team? We're only going to be defending. So what's Dwight Gayle going to be doing defending? Like, it just doesn't make any sense at all. And again, I'll say it again. I mean, it tells us that we are preparing for life in the championship. Now, I was speaking with a Leeds fan this morning on Twitter, and he actually thinks that we can stay up. He's got the confidence in Newcastle to stay up. I mean, he's a diehard Leeds fan. But he thinks that Fulham are absolutely awful and Brighton will go in the drop as well. Now, Brighton are 6 points ahead of us already. Now, I can't see us getting 6 points anytime soon.
Kev, we're not going to win another game yet, let alone getting 6 points anytime soon. Let's be real about it. And I said that. And remember, I said to you, you're sure that we get beat up Brighton, we're down and at the minute, I'm just ahead of the curve yet again. And that's not being big-headed, but I'm just seeing things a lot earlier than other people. And you're one of them as well, my guy, But I've just got a couple of you. Yeah. Gayle was a beast in a few seasons again, but he's older now. Defence are more wise to him, and he has next to no first-team football since he was loaned to West Brom. Can't see him back for a majority. This is the flipping thing, right? We go for players that haven't played games enough, right? I've said this. We sign players that are injured, yeah? We sign players who haven't kicked the ball for their club for a couple of years. I'll give you an example. Bentaleb is one of them, right? Haven't kicked the ball for Schalke. We go to get him. He's using us as a training like a training exercise, like a pre-season prep for get a game for Schalke, right? And he's nowhere to be seen, do you know what I mean? But we are not buying players at the ready. We're buying players just to buying crap, but don't want to come to us, do you know what I mean? It's disgraceful, man.
Yeah. You're right. You're totally right. I mean, look at the likes of Adam Armstrong, Ivan Toney. They came up through the youth ranks.
Yeah.
We didn't play them, so they moved on, and now look at them, they're banging in goals for fun in the championship. So no doubt Ivan Toney will be in the Premiership next season. I'm absolutely convinced of it. Adam Armstrong possibly as well. But it just begs the question as to why we aren't actually looking at the youth team. With the players like Elliot Anderson, why aren't we giving him a chance? If we're going to get relegated and we're signing players to a 3-year deal like Dwight Gayle, play Anderson. Give him a few games run out, and then that'll show him and tell him that we are committed to giving him a long-term future with Newcastle. But at the minute, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. And I can see him if not next season, the season after, he'll go to maybe a League One, a Championship club, and then start banging in goals for fun with them. Exactly what Ivan Toney and Adam Armstrong did.
Totally agree. I mean, the club policy is an absolute joke. Honestly, the club's a complete utter shambles. I sound like Lee Gunner now, don't I? But listen, at the end of the day, I think it's a complete and utter shambles from top to bottom. And it just goes to show they're not going to learn that lesson. So I've got Joshua here. He hasn't signed a deal yet. It's just rumour, lads. Joshua, other outlets as well are saying the same thing, that he signed a new deal. So it's fake news. Looked on the net, can't find anything. Well, comment on in a minute. Sabia on a 4-year deal next. The one contract is actually wanted to renewed. Terminate us boost contract. Well, the moment he gets that, it might be dear. Paul says, not fake news, can't believe this. Well, believe what you want to believe, mate. Paul, afternoon, John.
Who started the rumours?
It's done. It's true rumours, man. Do you know what I mean? And this me guy, I'm going to join Andy at 8 o'clock. Please join us for that. And there's Paul, the whole club.
Can I just, sorry, John, I'm just going to jump in now. The Toon Review, Paul, I absolutely love his videos. He is so honest and brutal. It is absolutely brilliant watching his videos. It makes my night when his rants at full time is absolutely amazing. I love it. Keep up the good work, Paul.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I mean, I love Paul. He's a brutalist, you know what I mean? This is what I love about him. Like, you know what I mean? Is he better than Lee Goddard, AF from on his channel? Very close, but at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, right, I mean, check him out on his channel, yeah, especially after the games when they get beat, yeah. And I tell you something, you will not be disappointed because the guy tells it straight. He says how it like it is, you know what I mean? And at times, I can't add anything to it because the guy speaks the truth. Paul, I hope you're okay, mate. And cheers for that. He says cheers to you. But yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is that, right, Gayle, listen, right, 3-year deal, 40 grand a week, if you believe that sort of thing. You just said it there. Who's making those decisions? Yeah, it's got to be Steve Nixon. Because if it's him, I think he should be sacked. Because for me, he's sanctioned the £40 million move for Joe Linton on 86.5 grand a week, which I think is an absolute disgrace. He's going to bankrupt this club the way things are at this moment in time. Shelby's another one, 80 grand a week, you know. Emerald Craft, 58,000 pound a week. Who's sanctioning these moves, man?
Do you want to know something as well? I done a video last night with Dom and Stephen and Holly, and we sort of worked out that Callum Wilson is on 40, 42 grand a week, something like that. You've just mentioned Dwight Gayle getting a contract there for 40 grand a week as well. Steve Bruce is earning £57,000 a week. How the hell does Steve Bruce earn £57,000 a week? Absolutely outrageous. The amount of money that we're just blowing into the thin air is unbelievable. 80 grand a week, Joe Linton. Can't hit a donkey's arse with a banjo. Joe Shelby doesn't want to move in the middle of midfield. I mean, you know, get players in that want to run and want to actually try and commit to making the team better. Is like, exactly, Dwight Gayle's like Bambi on ice. Exactly. I totally agree with Paul there. Yeah. I mean, the team is just shambolic at the minute. We need a massive, massive clear out. The only players I will keep is Almiron, which rumours are going around that he wants to play for a team fighting. I think he's away at the end of the season. If we go down, San Maximum's going to go. Arsenal will be in for him. And I think Wilson, someone like who could come in for Wilson? Tottenham. Someone like Tottenham will come in for Wilson if Kane goes.
Love it. Out the banjo.
Love it.
Wow. Oh. And he's right. I mean, he is shocking. I mean, who's after him? I mean, should he go back to German football and maybe where he made his name? I think he should go back to the Bundesliga. But who's going to attack him on the Bundesliga, Kev? I can't see anyone taking him on. Surely not.
Not with his current goal scoring record. He's gone absolutely nowhere. He's going to probably, I mean, if we go down, Joe Linton will probably struggle to get a first team place next season because Dwight Gayle's been tied down to this contract. So they're probably going to keep playing him there. And I think he'll just rot in the suspension and end up in the reserves. Me personally, I can't see anybody coming in from anytime soon unless it's someone like overseas in China or Qatar or something like that. Or even his hometown, his home club of Brazil.
Yeah. Could well be sort of thing. I don't know if you play for a Brazilian club, if I'm honest with you, sort of, because he went straight to Germany, didn't he? So his German so fluent and he's still kind of sticking in English. I haven't seen his interview, but still, I got James here, £50,000 plus a week. That's not money. That's £50,000 of bacon. But you're right. I mean, it's just ridiculous going on in this club. I mean, according to, I think it was James who's just left sent us a chat. He's basically Andy Carroll was in talks with extend a 1-year deal. This is the thing. I just don't get it. I mean, he hasn't been scoring. He hardly played, right? What is the point of getting players that ain't going to get a game?
Yeah. Again, I agree with that. When you've just mentioned Andy Carroll on a 1-year deal, he came off the bench for what, 32, 33 seconds against, was it West Brom? I can't remember the game, but he got an extra 35 grand a week, 35 grand bonus for that. I mean, it's a bonus appearance, so he gets more money. And again, more money down the drain. We're just basically it's really starting to bug me about this bloody whole money and financial situation. But we are just blowing it up into thin air. It's ridiculous.
I'll tell you what it is, right? I mean, they just don't listen to us, Kev, don't they? I mean, they don't listen to the fans. They don't listen to the press. All they want to do is things that, oh, we're something as that. And I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, James called it right. 1 goal since returning. It was a good goal against Leicester, by the way. But we need someone's going to come in and going to hit us 20 goals a season. That's what we're looking for. Someone's going to come in, banging 20 goals, playing good attacking football, 20 goals this season. We ain't going to get that anytime soon at this club, I'm telling you. We ain't going to have no one in. We get relegated in the Championship, right? We're going to struggle, Kev.
We are. Like I said to you before, it's going to be an absolute dogfight to get out that Championship. You look at the teams that are in and around it at the minute. You've got the likes of Brentford. Who else have you got? Forest. You've got Middlesbrough's playing well at the minute. It's going to be an absolute dogfight. I mean, we'll be lucky if we bounce straight back up, and I mean extremely lucky. But at the same time, you've got players like Andy Carroll returning, 1 goal since returning from keeping it to YouTube. I mean, who is doing the recruitment? What is going on with the recruitment? Because 1 goal a season is not good enough. Joe Linton, 2 years at the club. How many goals? 6, 7 goals? It's not good enough. We need to get 3, sorry. We need to get people that are banging in 20 goals a season. Hence why Callum Wilson came in, because Joe Linton can't do the job. It's a shame that he got injured, but at the same time, I hope he returns sometime soon. And against Spurs, I don't want to see him starting, or Sam Maximin, because I know for a fact they'll get injured because they're not match fit. We can't take gambles on them sort of players at this point in the season.
Totally agree. You're right, Kev. You're talking sense, pal. I can listen to all day long. We got, like I said, Elliot Anderson.
That's all I do.
Again?
That's all I do. I talk sense.
You got it, man. you got it. I couldn't think. But you're right. But we need to get. I want to see Elliot Anderson starting. I want to see him play games because he's good enough. Let me tell you now, he can walk into any Premiership team. I mean, all these people say, "Oh, he's a young player, he's young kids, yeah." And he also said, Bruce as well. He said that Sean Longstaff and Matty Longstaff are young players as well at these time. That's not right. No, if they're good enough, get them in, play them in. Lionel Messi played when he was 16, 17, yeah? Ronaldo, the fat Ronaldo, played when he was young. You know what I mean? Sandro Tonali played for Brescia, came in, played when he was 16, 17. Do you know what I mean? But Steve Bruce is making excuses now. He picks his favourites, right? Picks Shelby and Henrik, you know, every single week. And they produce absolutely out. I mean, if they play on Sunday, then I will be absolutely seething.
Yeah, at Paul Jones, yeah, I totally think that exactly the same thing. But at the same time, I don't think the fans will be back in the ground when Bruce will be manager, because I think he'll be gone by then. I think Ashley's going to stay away from the ground as well. I can't see him returning anytime soon. But when you say that about young talent and stuff, it's no good them coming into the team when they're not going to play. If I was them, I would say, right, I just want to go back to the reserves. I just want to play football, because that's what they're getting paid for. They're getting paid to play football. If not, move on. Matty Longstaff was wrong to sign that contract extension. I bet he regrets it now.
Yeah,
and he'll be away as well. Someone will come in for him as well, and Sean Longstaff as well. Unless a new manager comes in sometime soon, they'll be gone. And if a manager does come in, or Graham Jones comes in, hopefully they'll start and get some game time.
Brilliant stuff. Oh, I can say this as well. Boost back, keep us up. That's all I'm going to say about him. Because if he does keep us up, there's going to be big problems at the club. Do you know what I mean? But you're right. I mean, Matty Longstaff.
There already is.
Should have gone Udinese. He should have gone Udinese in the summer. He should have done. Yeah, here we go. Big news. PSG in trade with Joe Linton, Mbappe heading the other way. New ownership could be. Screw the sick. I used the entire tree and hope it does some damage as well. Well said, man. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy what's going on in the club. You know what I mean? We've got a massive game coming up on Sunday against Tottenham. And the fact of the matter is, Son could be coming back. Excuse me. Gareth Bale's playing well. And Harry Kane scored yesterday. And he's going to come into Newcastle on form. And Jose Mourinho, you know what he's like. He scores a goal and he shuts up shop, and it's up to us to attack him. Which he's not going to do, mate. I think we're going to struggle. I think we're going to lose, and I fancy Fulham playing Villa. I think they'll beat Villa.
Even if they don't beat them, they'll still get a point from them, I think, because Aston Villa are there for the taking sometimes without Jack Grealish. I don't know if he's going to be a return or anything like that, but they struggle without Jack Grealish. He's the star player. And the Tottenham game, I said yesterday, I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. I think Tottenham have always been a bit of a bogey team for Newcastle, and I just hope they turn up at St James's Park like on an off day personally, because Mourinho, he struggled at St James's Park as well. So them two go hand in hand. So I think personally it'll be a 1-1 draw, and if we score first, it's going to be backs to the wall stuff basically, and I can see them scoring either way. Even if we do win the game, which very, very doubt, but they'll still score. They always score. They've got the players up front. They've got the attacking threat. Son is absolutely world class. Gareth Bale, he can have a good game every now and again, but he's sort of not up to Premier League pace. And Harry Kane, who pops up every now and again for a penalty or a free kick or a header in the box. Yeah. And I just think I'm just going to remain confident and say 1-1.
Fair enough. I mean, everyone's to their own sort of thing, you know. I mean, for me, I think you're going to get beat by 3-1. And I hope I'm wrong. I mean, a point ain't enough. It's either win or bust first now, like, you know what I mean? I mean, people could say, oh, drawing with Spurs is a good result. But at the end of the day, the predicament we're in now, we need to win that game. And it's going to be a massive game. Postcard question first, lads. We're going to Spurs this weekend. I hope he's right. And, yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, everything's going on at the minute sort of thing. I'm not going to mention his name, but, you know, like, over the weekend, there's a lot of tweets going on sort of thing, you know, a bit prickly sort of thing. I didn't want to get too involved there.
I ignore that.
Yeah,
definitely. I ignore that. I don't. Yeah, I mean, Twitter's become so toxic at the minute. I mean, I've sort of like took a back step. I'm not on as much. Some people have noticed as well, but I just don't want to be part of it. It's just absolutely outrageous at the minute. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion, but at the same time, I can see why they've got their opinion. So I'm not one to be involved with sort of like that sort of conversation. I just want to I know how I feel. I know who I am. And that's all that matters to me. I don't care about anybody else's opinion, but I respect people that do have an opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Kevin, 100% again. I mean, I'm with you all the way, sort of thing. You know, I've been getting DM sort of thing, what I think of this and that, and all that sort of thing. I'll just try and give myself away. I mean, if that's what I'll do, okay, cool, that's fine. But, you know, I've got my own things. You've got your own channel. You know, you're going to choose who you're comfortable with. And, yeah, it is what it is. I can see why Thierry Henry is quit Twitter sort of thing. You know, he's left, and it's a shame. But I'll hope they do sort that very soon. I got James Gayle. If by hammer you mean cheers, then we're hammers. But then, yeah, we may have a chance. Okay, cool. And opinions shouldn't lead to toxicity. Dooney is right, 100% there. Paul, we're going to beat Spurs. Just watch. Yeah, I think you already mentioned that. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, my guys. So, yeah, so it's going to be tough. I mean, you look at the fixtures they've got left as well. We've got, is it 9 games left we've got? I look at them, very, very tough. How are we going to stay up?
Have you got them to hand?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to print it up, deal? Do you want me to just tell you?
Either or, I'm not really fussed, to be honest with you, but I'm just wondering, Brighton and Burnley, I wonder who they've got this weekend, and if they get anything from them games, we don't, and Fulham don't, then it's just going to be a fight between Newcastle and Fulham, basically. That's the way it's going to be.
I totally agree. It's just the end of the day sort of thing, like, you know, it's just absolutely, I'm just amazed at it sort of thing, like, you know, what's going on. But are we gonna stay up? That's the thing. But I'm gonna hand. I should have brought it up anyway, sort of thing, you know. So it's just going to take a long time. I know Newcastle.
I think. Go on, sorry.
So, you go for it, man. You carry on.
I think it's Burnley after Tottenham, isn't it? Yeah. Burnley away, and that's going to be an absolute scrap, an absolute ball draw. It's going to be two teams with no attacking threat going forward. It's going to be passing the ball, attacking, losing the ball, defending. it's just going to be back and forth with hardly any goals. It's just going to be like a basketball game, basically, but without the points.
That's the thing. Yeah, I've got Richard here. Richard Balfour, Spurs 25, versus Neil Reed. Richard, subscribe to my channel, mate. And I believe it's your first time you come on here. 3 points to must will be tough. Every game is a cup final for, we'll pick up our lucky wins against Liverpool now, dude. That keeps us up. Otherwise, we are down. Kieran's tired. Son's eating too much kimchi, and Horsey doesn't give a damn. And Burnley, Sheffield and Fulham are the only chance of getting points. I mean, we got to look at those 3 games for me, right? And we got to pick up 2 wins out of those. And if we don't pick up 2 wins out of those lot, I think we're down this.
Yeah. Just going on what someone just said there about Burnley, Sheffield United and Fulham are the only games to get points from. I mean, I'd like to think Tottenham is a chance to get a point. I'm not going to say we're going to beat them, but I'm going to say it's a chance to get a point. I know 1 point is better than none, but 3 points are better than 1. I totally understand that. And then someone else mentioned that every game's like a cup final. We should have had that mentality before we even kicked the ball against Sheffield United, because we knew we were going to be in trouble after that. We knew that all these defeats were going to start coming our way. The team just didn't look interested. They still don't. I don't know what is going on behind the scenes, but something is not right with the club at the minute. You've got Lascelles trying to organise meetings with Mike Ashley about Steve Bruce's tactics. I don't know if that's true. You've got rumours about Gayle getting a new contract. I don't know if all that's true. I mean, if it's not true, who's starting all these rumours? Because it certainly is getting Newcastle United fans talking, and it just seems to be a different thing every week. But yep, the person was right in saying that every game is like a cup final, and we should have started with 3 points against Brighton. But obviously, they struggle to score goals, but yet they've managed to put 6 past us in 2 games. It just doesn't sit right with me.
Well said, well said. I mean, we couldn't beat Brighton. We couldn't beat we beat Burnley at home. We couldn't beat Sheffield United away from home. That's the one that really wound us up. And the worst I've seen, Kev, is Brighton away from home. There's just absolutely no fight. I spoke to an Arsenal fan yesterday, Melvin, on the channel, and he basically said that if you're going to go into the games, you've got to give it a go. And they haven't. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, that's why we got beat. We deserve to get relegated based on that. The players, Ashley, this is coming from an Arsenal fan. He said to us, they're down tools. They have down tools. They do not want to play for Steve Bruce, yeah? The players don't want to play for Steve Bruce. We're losing games, and yet Ashley is showing Bruce loyalty. Loyalty, man, okay, for what he has done. And what about our fans, Kev? Kev, what about our fans? He's not showing us loyalty. We buy season tickets. We go to games. We go travelling, right? And Ashley's come out and said, we show loyalty to Bruce. How about our fans, eh? I hope now the fans won't forget that and just have our say, just have our time. Do you know what I mean? That is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, some fans are like being on a school playground. They're like tearing lumps out of each other. It's just absolutely crazy. We all should stick together as one. We shouldn't start like having to go at each other's opinions and this, that, and the other. But like rumours about Lascelles and Mike Ashley are 100% untrue. Again, who started all these rumours then? Why is people starting rumours to get the Newcastle fan base against like sort of talking? Because that's when Twitter becomes absolutely toxic, because people are saying one thing, then having to go about someone else. And it's child's play, man. It's like being in school again. You know what I mean? Like, just if you're going to say something, say the truth. So there's fake accounts spreading rumors run by kids seeking attention from a white group of that says it all. You know what I mean? Child's play.
Yeah, that's all it is. Child's play. If you don't know anything, button it, because at the end of the day, it comes back on you. And he's absolutely right on James what is on here. Keep it at tune. How do you know? Yeah, no one knows, right? I mean, there's one journalist, Craig Hope. No one has to spot on, Donny. I mean, came out, bit of bust up, Bruce and Richie, right? And when Bruce was asked a question, he admitted, yeah, it was true. Very true.
Exactly, but how did he get away with it? You know what I mean? If that was in a workplace, you wouldn't get away with it.
Definitely not.
It came out in the media, he brushed it under the carpet, and then they moved on. You know what I mean? I can't go to work and do that, because I'd be bloody up for disciplinary or a sack.
Yeah, fun
It's
to take
just
that.
this whole team is like a comedy club at the minute. It's just a different sketch every week, and it's really starting to annoy me.
Yeah.
But
You're right.
I've got it. I'm still a fan. I'll still watch the games, but sometimes I watch the games. I get bored. I done a watch along with someone else last week, and after 70 minutes during the Brighton game, I started playing golf on my phone. That's how interested I am at the minute. It's just I'm not really fussed, if I'm honest. I come on here, I say me say, and then I go back to what I normally do during the day. I'm not disrespecting anyone's opinions, because some of them I absolutely love what they do. Some of them I'm not really fussed about. They can go and take a run and jump for all I care. I'm not bothered.
Oh, definitely. I don't care about Sunderland at the moment in time. What I care about at this stage is Newcastle United and the problems we've got at the moment. And it is well, it is there, But I do want to see us starting winning, getting points. Just concentrate on the games in hand. We've got to sort something out, Kev, because we don't. I'm going to be worried about my football club. Do you know what I mean? We definitely need a takeover. We do need a takeover. Whether it come or not, I don't know. I'm just going to hang about and just say, right, do you know what? If it comes in, it comes in. If it don't, it don't. I just got Benno here. Gayle's on a new 3-year deal. Just shows what's wrong with the club. He's a fringe squad player, and simply he's not going to afford us. And Kev, you got to agree with that one, kid.
I do agree with that, but at the same time, the player that comes to mind is Solomon Rondon. He was a first-team player, our top scorer, our player of the season, and he was 1 year younger, and he didn't get a deal at all. So how do you explain that? And then he buggered off to China, and then Rafa Benitez followed him.
Yeah, quite rightly so. I mean, it's just so strange. I just don't get it at all. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we could have gone for 16 million. We wasted 40 million on that lump up front, right? Excuse me. Yeah. Then he goes on, right, go for Donald Juice Pier. Do you know what I mean? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to keep it as a family? Newcastle United players, it's not like a close-knit unit, yeah? Unless we win things, Kev. But what's going to happen next? Save going to sign a new deal? Who else going to sign a new deal? Christian Atsu, new 3-year deal? I tell you what, though, you're right. If that happens, mate, then we'll just give up altogether, don't you think?
Yeah, Christian Atsu is probably a backup player for next season when we're in the Championship. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, but it'd be gone because he has signed a new deal, hasn't he? So, unfortunately, it's just absolutely crazy, man. I don't want it to happen, Kev, but we need a, like we said, we both agree here, we need a fresh start, we need a clear out, we need everybody new, give them time to bed in, and that'd be great. But it tells me now that I actually don't want to spend the money. He don't want to spend a penny in the Championship.
Yeah, I mean, that Paul J there with the comment, it's probably a bunch of Mackham spreading stupid rumours. I'm convinced that they got involved in a Chronicle poll earlier on today about whether Newcastle will get relegated with Steve Bruce, and 4% of these fans still had faith in Steve Bruce. Now, I would like to personally meet these 4% of fans and really get it in the head as to what they're actually thinking and if they're actually Newcastle fans, because I don't believe that rubbish at all. I think it is Sunderland fans getting involved, because not one Newcastle fan on Twitter or that I've actually spoke to has got any faith at all in Steve Bruce, Mike Ashley, or the team actually surviving.
Do you know what, mate? Do you want to cover? Do you want to take on me show, mate, on a regular basis?
Hey, if you've got family, if you've got family time, I'll happily step in one day.
Brilliant, man. Yeah, definitely, man. You know that one, mate. Yeah, we get talking about that one, kid. So yeah, why not? That's a done deal. Sounds like NUFC is set to Championship football already. Hope not. For me, I think they have. Yes, they did, Kev. And
yes, they did, Kev.
And fresh staff, fresh owners, fresh manager, players. Maybe keep 1 or 2 fresh air and fresh NUFC. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I really don't know what it is, because I just think it's getting worse and worse and worse. And for me personally, we're preparing for the Championship. We ain't going to get out of it. We're going to lose players, sort of thing. Who knows? We may stay up yet, But will we? As things stand, I don't think we will. But public care. But I just got to hope that we got enough points before we stay up, before we play Fulham. Because at the minute, if Fulham gets out of the bottom 3, we're not stay up. Brighton's going to stay up. It looks as though between us and Burnley, I think we're done. I can't see Burnley getting relegated, Kev, under Sean Dyche. But if Steve Bruce is going to get the sack, I said to someone last night, it is going to be someone like a Thomas Frank, they'll be doing interviews. They'll be asking Ashley and Charlie the questions. What? I tell you, I'll ask you a question. Where do you want this club to be? Where do you want it to be in 3-4 year time? Yeah. And they turn to him to say, stay in the Premier League. That's all they want, stay in the Premier League. They're going to say, do you know what? I'm not the man then, because I'm ambitious. I want to finish mid-table and push on for European football, like Europe, our league. Challenge for cups as well. That's what I want, you know what I mean? But with that, I need backing. But Ashley and Charlie do not like being bullied. I'm sorry, but they get it wrong all the time. They'll never learn. They don't give a toss about the managers, the fans, What is it?
Yeah, I think you're right there, but at the same time, Mike Ashley doesn't care about the club. He never has from day one. In the last 14 years, he's never cared one bit. Fair enough, he's put the odd pound in to buy the odd player. Fair enough. But he flies around in his little toy helicopter that he's got here, there, and everywhere. Doesn't come out and publicly speaks about the club or anything like that, apart from one time when he came out that this club's going to win a trophy. I'm not going anywhere until we've won something, this, that, and the other. Absolute rubbish. Lee Charnley, you never see him. He goes to the training ground for what, 10, 15 minutes, and then he buggers off as well. He doesn't see anything. I think Mike Ashley and Lee Charnley do actually believe in Steve Bruce, hence why he hasn't been sacked yet. But at the same time, what I think is they've approached a few managers before Steve Bruce. Nobody wanted the job because they knew what the club was like. And Steve Bruce, being from Newcastle, couldn't resist the fact of saying no. He said yes. So that's basically what I think. And we'll be down we'll be down before that. I personally think that comment, I think we'll be down before that. But yeah, the club is just rotten from top to bottom. And if this lockdown isn't depressing enough, we've got all this to bloody worry about as well, which isn't helping people's mental health. And that's the most important thing, because it's going to drive people over the edge. It's absolutely toxic.
Yeah, I totally agree, Kev. I'm absolutely agree with you, because it's just so depressing being Newcastle fans, yeah. And after 14 years, I'm still depressed on most of them. I'm going back to Charnley. It looks like he comes with 10, 15 minutes and then buggers off again, thinking that the police are after him. Do you know what I mean? Look, gotta make it quick because someone's after me. I gotta go. Do you know what I mean? But it sounds like that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, James is right again. If you don't get Arsenal, yeah, we'll be doomed by the time playing Man City. Dyche is one damn good manager. I rate Sean Dyche. Don't care about cups, just we'll see passion. We ain't seen that at all in a minute. No quality manager except just surviving in the Premier League. Well said. The tune few, my guy, we'll be an ideal manager. He will bring them out of the second half with black cards and get them play for the badge. And it's how passionate he is. He's absolutely right. And Paul, Ashley, and Charlie bloody idiots. And Richard said we're heading south, John, just like we were last year, Bristol City.
I think you meant something else there, John. I think you need to read it again.
Which one is that one? That one there.
What's a slang for Bristol cities?
Bristol cities. Well, it's Bristol. It's basically saying that war lasses, so we know war lasses sort of thing, But heading south, John, like war lasses from Bristol, or whatever you want to call it, like but it's Bristol City.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is, man.
Hang on, John. 2 seconds. Right, it's in the chat. Have a look. That's what it means.
Well, I think he's saying, right, that we are heading south. In other words, getting relegated. That's what I think he meant to say. That's what I normally say.
Yeah, I think what he means is, if you pull that comment back up, we're heading south, like John, like war lasses, Bristols, as in Bristol cities equals what I've just put in the chat. And John, I'm not going to explain it on here because it's embarrassing now. No. I'll tell you off air.
You do that, man. Or just send us a DM, man. There's the DM, man. That'll do.
Yeah.
I got the drift. I'm not even going to say it on the air as well. No way, baby. But you know what I mean? But
Richard,
are you
if Rich,
go on.
Richard, if you're watching this, can you just clarify what I've just said, please, just so I know I'm right and I'm not thinking other things? Richard, go on. Sorry, John.
Richard Balfour, that is, by the way. Yeah. So you got any more channels tonight?
No, not that I'm aware of. But if anyone wants to chat, I'm all ears. I'm ready to go. I've got enough in the tank to keep going. So
champion
yeah,
stuff.
I'm
good.
On
the four horsemen tonight of the Toon, 8 o'clock, 8 till 10. And I'm back on it. I didn't go on it last week because I kept my eyes on the son and family as well. So I'll be back on there at neat sort of thing. And yeah, better wrap this up sort of thing. Just one or two questions very, very quickly, right? Do you believe you're going to stay up? Can you tell the viewers, are we going to stay up?
In one word?
Yeah, your view.
I'll say yes.
You're going to say yeah. Very cool. Fair enough. I mean, I'm going to say no, but as the reasons why before I pause, I can't say take or happening now because Mike Ashley will not take anything less than the 350 million what he wants and not a penny less. Well, it could be many years then. It could be many years, you know.
Yeah.
Many years. But I tell you something, but not only that though, Kev, fans will just walk away. More fans will just walk away. And it is what it is. And nah, sorry, but it's just not going to happen. So, but I've got a message as well, sort of thing, but I'm going to tell you off there as well. But all signs point to no with our fixture list. I totally agree there, James. So before I let it go, where do you find you, Kev, on your YouTube and Twitter? Where do you find you?
There on YouTube. That word there.
Big Toon Chat.
At Big Toon Chat. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you know what? You do some good content as well, my friend. And you know, you're getting people come on your show, and you know, you do some great stuff with Stephen and Dom and Holly as well. And don't forget, I got Holly on first. She's the very first person I came on my chat. So hope to get Holly back on again very, very soon, hopefully. And yeah, I mean, also, did you enjoy coming on my show, Kev?
I've got, just so everybody that's watching, I've got a Tottenham fan coming on sometime this week. He hosts the Keeping It Spurs podcast. So we'll be talking about the upcoming Spurs game. If anybody wants to get involved, then please DM me and I will sort it out for you. I would love for people to be involved with that.
Fantastic stuff. Well, thank you very much indeed. Just one more here. I wanted to be wrong, but it's no hope with Boost. And I totally agree with you, James. And that's it then. Well, Kev, thanks so much for coming on, my guy. And it's always great to come on those short notice. But look, keep watching my channel. I'm definitely going to get you back on. I'm doing full time on Saturday as well after the game. I'll be hosting it because Baz is going to be late. So I'll be hosting that. So if you got anything to get off your chest on the Spurs game, then please come on. And
when did you say that was?
That's on Sunday. I think it's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm never going to see Baz about that, but I'm going to be my turn to host it. And be lit.
You'll be involved in our Sunday Night Live on Sunday as well, won't you, at 6 o'clock?
Yes. So what I'm doing the watch along about what time's the kickoff on Sunday? Is it 2 o'clock on Sunday?
I don't know personally. I know it's on Sunday afternoon. I don't know if it's 4 o'clock or 2 o'clolock.
Right. Whatever time it is, what I'll do, I'll come on your show at 6 o'clock. And then definitely do that. I'll do full time at 8 o'clock. It's 2:05 kickoff according to Dino. Yes, 2:05.
2:05. What a random time.
Ridiculous, isn't it? But that's going to be my Sunday dinner. My Sunday dinner's at 1 o'clock, you know. So I have to gobble it up, and I've got to be back on it 25:1, do my team lineups as well, and Paul be on as well, and it should be a cracker.
Yeah, well, like I say, Sunday night I'll be involved in a couple of videos, so I hope to see you then.
Thank you very much for coming on, my guy, and have a lovely day.
How are the lads?
How are the lads? See you later. Ta-ra.